You need to stop being nice and start being kind at work. It is the shift that transformed my leadership, my career, my relationships, and it will do the same for you. I know it sounds a bit controversial, but stick with me on this one, because by the end of this video, you're going to see exactly why being nice isn't doing you or your team any favors. Now, if you Google the word nice, the words that are going to come up are pleasant, agreeable, and satisfactory. It's about making sure that everyone around you feels good. It is working for instant approval and ease. You are making today easier. And it might sound great, but in leadership, when we be nice, we actually hold our team back. So being nice shows up in ways like giving feedback, but softening the message so much that the person doesn't really hear it. So if you've been in those conversations before where you maybe have to give a bit of difficult feedback to the team, when you get into the conversation, you really soften it because you're struggling to make sure they hear it properly. That is being nice. Or we might have heard of the shit sandwich. Say something good, say something bad, say something good. It's unfair. It is stealing a learning opportunity away from your team. Being nice might show up when you maybe have a different opinion to someone on your team, but you keep quiet because you don't want to rock the boat. Another really common way of being nice, and you'll know this one, is saying yes to every request. So dropping everything that's on your priority list to help, even when you don't have the time. Jumping in meetings, taking off tasks, when you don't actually have the time to do it, and it steals you away from your priorities. So let me just ask you, have you done any of those things I just mentioned? Because I know I have. And in the moment, it feels like the right thing to do because we want our team to like us. We're chasing approval. We think this is what's going to gain their respect, but it isn't. Here's what actually is happening when you do these things. If you give difficult feedback, but in a light-hearted way, or maybe you avoid it whatsoever, that team member will keep making that mistake because your feedback wasn't clear. It's unfair on them. They don't have an opportunity to grow from it. If you don't show your opinion and your team goes with an idea that you knew wasn't really a good path and it might fail, or when we say yes too often to the meetings and now we're overwhelmed, we say yes to meetings, tasks, things that we know we can't do, and your systems are all of a sudden breaking down. You can't live to your own priorities. You're just chasing your inbox, chasing that next meeting, and you accidentally become a bottleneck and you become someone who just spends their entire day in back-to-back meetings, or living to other people's priorities. All of this is what happens when we are too nice. Does it sound familiar? And when we do this, we never show courage, we never show discipline, we never show directness. And in leadership, that means we don't ever earn respect. We actually diminish it. Now let's talk about the shift from niceness to kindness and what kindness actually looks like in leadership. Being kind is about caring enough that you are honest. Being kind in leadership is about being okay with temporary discomfort because you know there is a better outcome for you and your team in the long run. So let me talk about some practical ways that I replaced being nice with being kind in leadership and how this really transformed my career. Firstly, we have to give that feedback directly, in the moment, no sugarcoating. I know we love to avoid conflict, but we need to make sure that feedback is firstly given, but secondly, that they really understand it and can use it to grow. Next, if your gut is telling you something is off, speak up, challenge the idea, push for the best decision. Stand up for your team even when it feels scary. And lastly, say no. We have to push back on meetings that we don't need to be in, setting meetings that could just be an email, saying yes to tasks or projects that we know aren't a good use of our time. This even extended into my personal life with saying no to social occasions, saying no to things that I knew would not be good for me in the long run. So here is your action for today that's really going to help you start moving from being nice to being kind. Think of one person in your team that you might be feeling a little bit angsty with right now. Maybe you feel a bit unsure, there's a conversation that needs to be had. And I want you to ask yourself, what feelings are coming up? Is it frustration, anxiety, annoyance? And what actions might they have taken that have caused it? Just write all this down. Then we need to know what's going to happen if they continue. Do they need clearer expectations? Do they need a more serious formal conversation? Performance review. Make sure you cover all the bases. And now here is the real action hard part. Sit them down and tell them. Be clear, be kind, but don't be nice, don't sugarcoat. Make sure that that person hears directly exactly what it is you need to tell them. And guys, this may be at work, this could be in your personal life too. Like I said, this concept of being nice, not kind has transformed my entire life, not just work. And when you do this, your team and people around you will actually respect you, not just in that moment, but in the long run. Drop the word kind in the comments just to let me know that you are going to commit to being kind and not nice after you've watched this video. Once you put it out in the world, you are more likely to do it. And if you want to level up even more in your leadership role, I've built out a quiz. It's completely free. You just answer 18 questions and you're going to get a personalized report on exactly where you need to focus more time and what you're already amazing at in your leadership role. The link is below, and we do these really deep dive videos on specific leadership topics every single week, so make sure you are subscribed so you never miss one.